Never mess with firefighters for no reason, or you might get blasted by a fire hose and not even know how you got launched. Moments earlier, emergency dispatch got a call. A 9-year-old girl was home alone. Two intruders broke in trying to rob the place and were already running upstairs. To make things worse, the girl had just moved in recently. She only knew the street name, not the exact address. The dispatcher told her to look outside and check for any landmarks. But outside there were only brown houses and a pink bicycle. Nothing else to go by. That really put the officer in a tough spot. Every house there looked exactly the same. Hundreds of identical brown villas. Searching one by one was impossible. Then the dispatcher had an idea and asked for the girl's mother's phone number. But when the call went through, the ringtone came from the bedroom. Turns out her mom left without her phone. That was a total disaster. To locate the girl as fast as possible, the officer called in a fire truck. She had Buck drive through the street with sirens on. As long as the dispatcher heard the siren through the phone, they could pinpoint the girl's location. But unexpectedly, the girl was completely terrified and tried to run downstairs to escape, only to run straight into the robbers. She quickly turned and hid under a table, but it was only a matter of time before she was found. At the same time, Buck drove the fire truck right past her house, and the dispatcher heard the siren. Seeing it was just a fire truck, the robbers didn't think much of it, not knowing their location was already exposed. Right then, the girl's mother came back home. To avoid alerting the robbers, Buck quickly pulled her aside to hide, while the officer quietly entered through the back door. But the girl suddenly broke down and ran out from under the table. She screamed and ran upstairs, but was quickly caught by the robbers, and her phone was thrown away. Now everything went south. The robbers realized the police had been called. The dispatcher tried to calm them down over the phone, saying everything was negotiable if they didn't hurt the girl. Furious, they locked the girl inside a storage room. But just as they tried to escape, they were suddenly held at gunpoint by the officer. One robber shoved his partner aside and rushed back into the house. He grabbed the girl as a hostage, but the moment he stepped outside, the girl suddenly bit his arm. He cried out in pain and dropped her, jumped on a motorcycle, and tried to flee. The officer immediately alerted other units, and his path was quickly blocked. The robber instantly changed direction, pulled out a handgun, and charged at the officer. Just when it looked like he might escape, he was blasted away by a massive stream of water. The robber hit the ground completely stunned, never expecting Buck to be waiting there. Even the officer was shocked by Buck's move. Turns out a fire hose can be used like this. In the end, both robbers were captured, thanks to Buck's outstanding performance. The captain agreed to let him stay on the team, and Buck managed to keep his job.